Hi folks, I'm Sam Haymart with Test Driven TV. This week we're test driving the beautiful and stylish Ford Fusion EcoBoost. EcoBoost means this car promises up to 37 miles to the gallon highway. That's a pretty big promise. In addition to that, the Fusion's loaded with Ford's latest technologies they're using to sell cars, such as Myford Touch, blind spot warning, and active lane keeping assistance. We're going to find out if all of these technologies and that styling live up to their promise in efficiency, performance, and how easy the car is to live with.
At first glance, the new Fusion really impresses. Its styling is reminiscent of an Aston Martin Rapide, a car that costs well into the six figures. It looks long and low, its lines are sophisticated, and the chrome trim really makes it pop. Inside, the cabin design is clean and crisp with a flowing center console that sweeps up forward, giving a substantial sense of space inside. The materials have a high-quality feel and touch, and the switchgear is nearly identical to that found in Ford's European cars. Our Fusion had the luxury package, which gave us heated leather seats which were comfortable and supportive. The myriad of driver assistance features like blind spot warning and lane keeping assistance were well done without being overly sensitive. While I really like the design of the interior on the Fusion, it just seemed a little bit cold and lacking in warmth. Also, I found a few fit and finish boo-boos that I don't normally expect from competitors like Honda or Toyota.
The Myford Touch system is one of the more confusing touchscreen infotainment systems found in any car that we've tested. It does have redundant hard controls down here, but many of the adjustments still require you to sift through menus up here. For instance, if you want to change where the air is blowing from the vents to the floor or to the windshield, you have to go over here to the climate menu and make your adjustments here. Then to go back to your radio, you have to go back to the radio menu. And if you want to go back to climate, you have to go first to the home menu and then over here to climate. These are all things that you have to navigate while you're driving down the highway.
Adding to the Myford Touch frustrations is the fact that a lot of the other controls for things like lane keeping and the start-stop system are found in another place, the instrument cluster. It's just downright confusing to have multiple places to have all these settings spread out. A good interface would put all things in one place, or at least give you enough redundancy so you could choose one place and use it all the time. On to the mechanicals. Our Ford Fusion SE was equipped with Ford's 1.6-liter EcoBoost turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, it produces a healthy 178 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque, which is more than adequate for this size of car. The engine is smooth and refined with little or no turbo lag, which is great. It's EPA rated at 24 miles to the gallon city, 37 miles to the gallon highway, and a 28 mile per gallon combined rating, which sounds good on paper. Unfortunately, we never even got close to these claims in our testing. What we did achieve was 23 miles to the gallon combined, which is a full 5 miles per gallon less than what's promised. Additionally, when we tried it on the highway, the best we could muster with hypermiling techniques was 33 miles to the gallon. That's 4 less than the 37 miles per gallon promised. In fairness, we did have the air conditioning on at all times, but we do this with all the cars we test, and most still meet or exceed EPA estimates. On the road is where the Fusion shines well, however. The chassis is well damped and steering feels of precision. Brake and handling responses are above its peers like the Camry and Accord in sporting feel, with a more Germanic character. Road noise, however, is higher than we expected on the freeway. Up in the twisty mountain roads, we found the Fusion well able to offer up some enthusiastic tossing around. However, the made for miles per gallon tires outfitted were less than interested in providing grip. Still, the Fusion gives you plenty of predictable feel that gives the enthusiast a smile when pushing it harder.
Well folks, as we wrap up our review for the 2013 Ford Fusion EcoBoost, we really enjoyed the styling and its positive handling attributes out on the windy roads. Unfortunately, the Myford Touch system, which is difficult to use while driving, and the poor fuel economy that we observed led us to give it 3 out of 5 stars. I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. I hope you enjoyed the ride.
For a full review and photo gallery, see our report on gasmiler.com.